Numbers chapter 30. Moses told the people of Israel exactly what the Lord had commanded him. Moses spoke to the leaders of the tribes of Israel. He said, "This is what the Lord has commanded. If a man makes a vow to the Lord or pledges himself under oath, he must not break his promise. Whatever he promises by word of mouth, he must fulfill. If a woman makes a vow to the Lord or binds herself by a solemn promise while she is still young and lives in her father's house, and if he hears about this vow or solemn promise made by her and says nothing to her about it, she is bound by her vow or solemn promise, whatever it may be. But if her father disapproves of it on the day he learns of it, then she is not bound by her vow or solemn promise. The Lord will not hold her bound to her vow, since her father has expressed his disapproval. If a woman makes a vow before being married, or binds herself by a solemn promise without giving it much thought, if her husband learns of it and says nothing about it, she is bound by her vow or solemn promise even after marriage. But if on the day he learns of it, he expresses his disapproval to her, he thereby annuls the vow she had made or the rash pledge to which she has bound herself. The Lord will not hold her bound to her rash pledge. Any vow of a widow or of a divorced woman or any pledge to which she binds herself is binding upon her. If she has made a vow or binds herself by a solemn promise while in her husband's house, and if, when the husband learns of it, he says nothing to her and does not express disapproval to her, then she is bound by her vow or solemn promise. But if the husband forbids it on the day he learns of it, she is not bound by her vow or solemn promise. Since her husband has annulled it, the Lord will not hold her bound to it. Any vow or solemn promise that the wife makes must be allowed or forbidden by the husband. If by the following day the husband has said nothing to her, it means that he approves of her vow, whatever it may be, or her solemn promise, whatever it may be. He confirms the vows of his wife by saying nothing on the day he learns of them. But if he forbids them a long time after he has learned of them, then he must bear the consequences of his wife's failure to fulfill the vow or solemn promise. These are the statutes given by the Lord to Moses concerning the relationship between a man and his wife and between a father and his daughter while still young and living in her father's home.